Hey all my crafty people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alicia. I post new videos every Thursday, and this week I am doing a glass bottle project again. So I have this Southern Comfort bottle that I just showed you, cleared it all up, and I'm going to get started with these flowers. So I had these flowers laying around. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree. You can use any flower that you want, but I really like these daisies, but I didn't like the color. So I went in with black acrylic paint and painted them all black. So I have down this mat. It's a cutting mat. It's those plastic cutting mats from Dollar Tree. And that's what I'm using to protect my surface. And it worked really well because the paint bled through the flowers, so I really didn't have to do the back side. So after I was done painting those flowers, I took apart the center pieces. I took everything out, all the plastic, and just left that little knobby thing. And then I am going to, while that's drying, I'm going to fill my glass bottle with polycrylic. My blend is 60% polycrylic, 40% water. So I do like a 60-40. You can do whatever you want. You can do 50-50. You can do straight polycrylic. I wouldn't water it down any more than a 50-50 because then I think it would be too watery and it may not stick very well. So you coat the whole inside of the bottle. I pour it back into my squirt bottle. That's an easy way to get it in there. And then I just let it drain into this glass mason jar for about 10 minutes. Once it's done draining, or the most of it, I'm going to wipe that top. I'm going to come in with this absolutely gorgeous glitter called Beast Boy from Glitter Makes It. I love this. I've used this on a lot of projects. I put some in and then I start shaking around my bottle. Now, don't put too much in because whatever glitter is in there, whatever glitter is left over is going to be contaminated. It's going to be coated with some polycrylic and you don't want to put it back in your bag. So less is more when you're doing this. I actually put a little too much in. I was very upset because then I had to dump some in the trash. All right, so we're going to let that dry. We're going to pull out our paper towel out of a mason jar and just throw it away. Now we're going to work on these skulls. So I had these left over from another project. They come in a bag at the Dollar Tree, and I want to cut these. I want to cut the backs off of them. So I'm using this hat knife. I've never used this before, and I like it and I don't like it. So it's really long, so I feel like you don't get a really good handle on, you can't cinch up on it and get a really good precision. So I feel like it works really well. It cut through it like butter, but I wouldn't use this on something that I was trying to do a little like a precision cut with. All right, so it cut through really nice, and I forgot to mention that I had marked out where I wanted to, and I'm sure you saw me do that, marked out where I wanted to cut first. And then I'm going to trim it up with scissors because it's a little bit jagged. You could even sand it down a little bit to make it smoother. It's not too much of a big deal because you're going to be gluing this down onto the flower. So just, you don't want any sharp pieces. And then I'm just going to take some acetone and wipe off the black marker. It comes off nice and easy, and just with a Q-tip. So that is, easy peasy, super simple. And then I'm going to color in the mouth a little bit black because it kind of is like black in the center, but it doesn't wrap all the way around. So I just take the Sharpie and just fill it in. I love Sharpie for these kinds of things. It's so easy. And then I'm going to color in that indent in the head and just kind of wipe around it so it just goes in the crack. So there it is, the finished skull. So I did 3 of these. Now it's time to reassemble these flowers that they're dry. So I'm going to take the little button piece and I'm going to start with the smallest piece of the flower, then go in with the next size, and then the last 2 are the same size, so it doesn't really matter which order you put them in, but you're just going to put them. And once you get done putting these back on like that little knob thing, you're going to take the green backing part and just glue that down. So that's going to glue the button front side to the back side so these flowers won't fall apart. And then once you get that all nice and secure, you're going to go ahead and glue on your, here, the nubby was a little too long, so I clipped it off. I was searching for my my little wire cutters. So now I am using black hot glue to glue these skeletons on these flowers. So I prefer to use the black hot glue because the flower is black. So here's all 3 of them. All right, I printed up, this is just an SVG I got off of probably Creative Fabrica, and I measured it out to the bottle. So depending on the size of the bottle is going to be the size. So to give you measurements was just kind of moot because you may not use the same exact size bottle. So I'm going to peel that off, and I am going to put it on the smooth side of this bottle. So this bottle has a really smooth side, and then the other side has some writing, so I don't want to go over that. It does have a lip at the bottom, and so I should have gone down to the bottom, but I didn't. And so I regretted doing this because I wound up not liking that it didn't go all the way to the bottom. And the reason why I didn't was because I was worried about that lip, and I was worried about the vinyl buckling. I am using matte black Oracle 651. You can use whatever you want. I chose to use the matte black over the glossy. I just thought it was a better look for this bottle. So you can see I did have to pull up a couple of sections just to get it smoothed down. If you don't want to do, like if you don't want to have to do this next step, which is paint the bottom, then extend the bottom down longer so that it goes to the bottom of the bottle, or just place it lower on the bottle and just maybe make the image taller. It's completely up to you. So I get that on there, and now it's time to glue these skulls on. I am using the black hot glue just because that's what's in my glue gun, and I'm just gonna stagger it, and I'm like splitting the difference around the bottle like 1/3. So because they're big enough to where they're all going to touch. A lot of times I've done these and I've done 4 flowers, but for this, these flowers are pretty big, and so I thought that the 3 would work really well, and they did. So once all those 3 are on, I'm going to take this sprig. It is like it's glittered, so it's going to make a mess, and you're going to see that. So I picked this up at the Dollar Tree as well, and they have these little like wispies. So I'm going to cut some of these off, and I am going to glue them around the top of the bottle. And so you can pick and choose how long you want these and how many you want. I did a few, and I'm going to skip through, cutting off every piece that I selected. You get the idea. Just cut off what you want so that you can glue them to the top of the bottle. All right, so now I got about like 10 or 15 pieces, and I'm just going to glue these all on, and I'm like hiding the top of the bottle. So I'm going to put one of those bottle lights I picked up at Amazon in there. You can spray paint these black. I've done it before. Like I've spray painted the different colors. I'm just using a Sharpie marker to color mine in. And then once I'm done with that, I'm like, all right, that's drying. I'm like going to paint the bottom of this bottle because I can't stand, I just don't like the look of that bottom piece. So I wound up doing 2 coats. First coat was gloss, and then I found a matte black. I didn't want it to be glossy because my vinyl is matte. All right, so here I am with the bottle light. I didn't unwind it. I just left it like that because that's how I wanted it. I didn't want the lights all the way to the bottom. And here it is, guys. So that is it for this tutorial. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. I love to hear your feedback. All those things help my channel to grow. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.